Alright, I think we're pretty much ready to go here. Ready to go. Here we go. This is the locker room right now. You guys get to see the players as they're gearing up, getting ready. This is behind the scenes look. There you go. That's all you get. That's all you get. You just get a little sneak peek because now we're actually in the pick and ban phase. 148258026 is very excited, Tempest, about what you said. He says, yes, a fellow comrade, a cultured being.
Oh, we'll wait till I do my female voice, and then you'll be weirded out.
I'm interested. I'll do mine, and then you can do yours if you want. How's that sound?
Okay, sure.
Hi, my name's Carmela, but you can call me Carla. Where are you from? Oh my gosh, Florentino's band? Oh, why?
Hey, Peter.
Hi. Yeah, I'm so excited. What's your name?
Hey, Peter. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm Tempest.
Oh, Tempest. My name's Carmela, but you can call me Carla.
I like your girl voice is very shy, like hello, I'm Tempest, and mine is like very valley girl.
It's not like I like you, Bugger.
That's funny.
All right, enough of that.
We're just getting all our goofiness out, guys, because they're just banning right now. Not a whole lot to talk about, but like we're just having fun. All right, we see
anyway,
Zip and Ignis banned.
Phase.
Zip and Ignis banned. Classic. Like I think red team that side has always banned like every game. Last match as well. The Team Eclipse banned on that side. Ignis and Zip. And then we see Florentino and Lorian, which is not common. We haven't seen those. I mean, here and there, but not together. So it's interesting to see them band together. And then we see Teamy first, and then the Hayate pick. So Teamy's good against Hayate if... I mean, it's tricky. Life is hard as Teamy, I will say. Life's a lot easier as Lumber because you go in and out of walls, you know, you do your thing. But life is Teamy, you don't have that mobility. It's like skill shot mobility. And yeah, it have to be somebody there. So we're seeing a lot of Teamy today. This will be a third game with Teamy. We'll see if Teamy wins, though. Has Teamy won a game? Yeah, Teamy won.
It's been the Lumbers.
Teamy won the first game. Teamy won the first game.
Yeah, he won the first game.
Yeah, Teamy had to play like a genius that game, though. Like Teamy has to play a lot better than a Lumber has to play, I think. Like the skill cap on a Teamy is higher than Lumber. I think anybody would agree with that, just because the skills that Teamy has are very hard to use. We see Omen again. This team is reminiscent of the very first team that ended up winning. It was a Teamy Omen. They had, who else did they have on that game? They had Yorn. Who's their jungler? They had Zephys in the jungle. So we see Hayate, Ryoma. I mean, anytime a team gets Hayate, you're like, oh boys, this will be good. Can they build their team well enough around Hayate?
All right. So we do see the Capney ban here. Capney does scale pretty well with Teamy. They definitely want to get that out of there.
Yeah, who else are they going to ban? Although, you know, they have Teamy and Kira. Like, Kira scales well off of Teamy as well. Kira's a hero who can walk through walls, if you don't know, and she has melee attacks and ranged attacks. She does it all. She's great. She's a fantastic lady. Or girl. I think she's too young to be a lady. Though I don't know. You never know with these characters. Zada is wearing an eye patch, I think. Do my eyes deceive me? He's Captain Zada, it looks like. Yeah, he's got an eye patch.
Yep.
It's going to be hard for him to see anything with the eye patch and the bangs covering his other eye. Is that like the new age of emo? It's not just bangs and like dark hair, but it's like eye patches, captain's hat, dye your hair white. Could be, I don't know. We do see Ryoma in the jungle now. Ryoma buffed in the summertime, was buffed. He was working out his beach body because now he can jump over walls twice. He has 2 dashes. Before he only had 1 dash. Chat's asking who's someone who has lifesteal and put up a good fight. Oh well, Lubu. There's a lot of heroes that can do that. Lubu is like the first character that comes to mind. A lot of lifesteal, like a warrior, not Lubu. Oh wow, okay. He read my mind because he's on stream delay, so he doesn't know that I said Lubu. He's like, who's someone can do this? Not Lubu. How do you know that's
Chi,
the character I'd say?
I would say.
Yeah, Chi as well. Good lifesteal.
Kilgroth's got some lifesteal if you build the beast on him.
Yeah, Kilgroth is more like a marksman in that like he needs items before he gets the good lifesteal. But he can do it for sure. Like a late game Kilgroth is, you'd like him. But you have to get to the late game, which Kilgroth can't always do. Which is why we never see Kilgroth. He's not the strongest character. He's like not a strong pick right now. We see Raz banned. Raz is gone. Yeah. I feel like they're afraid like that team is known for their Raz perhaps as a strong Raz. Like you were saying about target bans earlier, you don't see them too often at this level, but to see a Raz ban might be because yeah, Raz can burst to Hayate. Like they want to ban things that counter their Hayate pick. But Raz has a bit of trouble against the Hayate because a good Hayate is just very mobile. Can jump over a wall, Raz can't catch him, right? So last game we saw Alistair being very good against Hayate. We're seeing Alistair being chosen. Chosen again. You know who else Alistair is good against?
Hayate.
Yes, Hayate and Kriknak and Zada.
Ooh,
right?
You have a Krizix though. Krizix is a very exciting support pick. You don't see Krizix too much anymore, even though he is a very good support.
Yeah, he's very strong, and yeah, you're right. You don't see him as much. He's being picked into a teamy though. Like it's interesting. I personally wouldn't have envisioned Krizix on this team composition, but something I do like about the Krizix is he can make his Kriknak invisible, his Ryoma invisible. Like it could be scary for the blue team. So if Kriknak is invisible and comes in and kills Alistair in these fights before before anything, and Kriknak can do that if Kriknak gets fed, I think that's going to be really powerful. We might see that if Krizix makes Kriknak invisible, Alistair dies, then bam. The team fights are really going to revolve around Alistair on the blue team, and Alistair landing ults on Hayate or Zada, or the team fights. Though will this game have a ton of team fights? It might not. It might not. We've seen Conquerors counter the Hayate picks by just avoiding big team fights and instead trying to get split pushes and fights in other areas on the map as opposed to a team fight. Valheim, that's a first. That is, yeah, an interesting observation. Yeah, you don't see Valheim that often. So Valheim being chosen into Hayate, he can stun Hayate unless Hayate's ulting. Why else do you choose Valheim? I mean, Valheim with Teamy is pretty annoying. I can understand that. Dark Gaming says he hates Valheim. You don't want to face Valheim. Alright, well, I'm looking at the middle of the map. Nothing's there yet, but I know that's where a lot of excitement will happen. We got Teamy venturing out, trying to get some vision. Is like, nope, actually, that's a little risky. The entire opponent's team could be there, right? You don't know. Especially when they have a Krizix. Krizix as well taking flicker. Meaning Krizix can flicker with his S2 and stun a bunch of people. Who's that in the jungle? That's Ryoma, the children of the corn, hiding in the bush, wanting to get a surprise attack if he could. No opportunity.
Krizix also definitely helps a lot with wave clear. Very good wave clear support.
That's true. He's getting poked a lot.
Here.
Both supports quite low. Teamy taking a lot of hits. Krizix taking a lot of hits. Now, the team with the Alistair has an advantage in this early game right now. Alistair has a big area of effect damage, and you saw him being very crucial last game that we just watched with Alistair, doing some good work. All right, Kira venturing to the mid lane, saying hello, and back to her jungle clear. She's going to have Teamy joining her, allowing her to get more gold. You can see actually the gold lead, 3.5k for the blue team. That's Teamy's contributing a lot of that gold by being around his teammates when he can be. Giving them 25% more gold.
Giving a little bit of vision here. We might have a small team fight breaking out here in mid.
It could be a 4v3. Kriknak is coming now. See, that's a bit of the difference, right? when the jungle is being leashed by the support. Crickneck was a little bit later to that fight. Now, blue team wasn't able to capitalize on it. Team Dummy wasn't able to capitalize, but we did see the last game they capitalized.
Up top here.
Yeah. Krizik's doing what he can. That's actually a lot of resources up top. I don't know why they sent 3 people top. You can't even take down the tower. Meanwhile, this bottom tower getting chunked out. Might even go down.
It does go down.
Wow, I really...
Put them in a very good position here.
I'm very surprised. So the red team needs to make something happen off of that because they're also going to lose dragon.
Okay,
so
looks like they are going to take enemy blue here.
Yeah, they're getting the blue buff, but it's not enough really to offset losing the dragon and their tower. So that was an interesting choice to send the 3 top, but they weren't able to get the kill. I think they were really thirsting for that kill up top on the Omen, but Omen's is a little slippery guy. Not able to get him. Omen gets a speed boost with his S2 and damage reduction. Doesn't have any dashes, but he doesn't need him when he can move fast. Big fight in the middle here.
Poking out Alistar. Alistar pops the ult, it gets cancelled by Ryoma, and Zada now popping his ult. He is able to do a little bit of damage there. Hayate pops his ult, and now we have Chris poking out the enemy team. Valheim forced to flicker out. Kira trying to get into poke damage, is falling a little bit low there for her comfort, but hold on, Valheim with the Alistar stun right there. Manages to get a ton of damage with the splash, with the red shuriken.
Yeah, red team has to back out and heal now. They got poked quite a bit. And because of that, blue team's able to clear out their bottom jungle. Remember, their top jungle was invaded, but they have a really good gold lead. Oh, a big ult from Alistar. That's big. That's all. He just needs to land an ult here and there, and they'll be able to pick off their opponents. That's how you win against Hayate. Really, you don't...
That's a great pick.
Yeah, don't get big team fights if you can avoid them against the Hayate. But they're starting to get such a lead, they can even team fight against Hayate. Valheim's going to be big in those fights, being able to stun.
Waiting in the bushes might be big. Okay, no, recognizing that almost all of blue team is there. Can't get much off of it. He's going to have to wait for some kind of engage here.
Yeah, the Krizik's S1 giving him invisibility. Helps him to scout around like he's doing. Just seeing what's happening. He's going to back out. They can't invade this jungle. See Krizik's with the S2 in the middle. Alistar ulting, and the Krizik's ult, their S2 pulls him in. It's not enough. Zada ults to get out. Really good ult by Zada. That's hard to do in the middle of a fight and use your ult defensively like that. He's a little risky in that bush. He's able to make it out. Omen didn't look. Of course, it's going to be scary for an Omen. Too big tower dive here.
Yep, going to get caught out. He does end up falling. Oh, Omen falls to the tower with the quick neck. Oh, wait, hold on. He's back up. Teamy coming in clutch with his ultimate there.
Yeah, Teamy planned that out. The big brain plays right there. But that was a big tower dive in the middle just to get that Ryoma, and it worked out for them. Able to get the dragon because their opponents have 1 fewer players. Kira.
Oh, poor Krizik's getting caught out now. Alistar popping the ult. Zada does end up falling.
Yeah, it's just a solid draft. That Alistar choice is really good against the opponent's team, against those dive compositions. So it seems like if your opponents choose Hayate, choose Alistar. It seems to be a solid answer the last 2 games for these Hayate teams. Alistar putting in a lot of work. Teamy as well, getting a kill there, and Teamy's doing a lot of damage and reviving teammates as well, which is crucial.
Okay, nice pull in from the Krizik. His team is going to follow up. Quick Knight getting tons of damage. Alistar forced to pop the Arctic Orb, and a nice ult coming in from the team is going to let Alistar potentially revive here. No, it actually runs out. Kira now going in on Krizik's. Krizik's doesn't end up falling. Ryoma is forced to recall.
Yeah, and Kriknag as well. Kriknag started the fight, went in, did some burst, and then had to leave because he was pretty low. The frog, Krizik's, or the chameleon, using his S2 pretty well, but at the same time, it's pretty risky. Their opponents have a pretty big lead, so it's hard to know when to fight and when not to. So Krizik's is figuring out when is the best time to do that. When his team is around is when he's engaging, which is what you need to do. So that's excellent. He's going to use his S1. Actually, that's his ultimate. Yeah, he made the Zada invisible there. Just getting some vision, looking around, seeing what he can find. Here we go. Krizik's S2. Pulling in the opponent's under the tower, but he's going to be dead.
Yep, that's going to be a nice pick. for them. Zada unable to do much. He does end up using his ult there. He realizes the situation. He just has to get out of there. Their blue buff is being stolen. Alistair, great skill positioning there, managing to keep both Alistair and Kriknak off of it.
Yeah, meanwhile up top we have Hayate trying to fight this Omen. Unfortunately, Hayate is not in these team fights. He's not in any of them. He's always kind of top lane, kind of out of the action. He has 0 assists, 0 kills, 0 deaths. He's trying to farm up, but he's still pretty far behind. Like, he's not winning in the farm by any means. But he does need to get some items to be doing some more damage, but it's tough. Yeah, right. I'm getting a good knockup.
Getting caught out in the middle.
Yeah.
Does get out. Oh, Krizik's pulling in the Omen. Will Omen fall here? No. Amy Q unable to get those shurikens off an Omen there.
Yeah, red team's lacking the damage they need right now without the Hayate in these fights. And Kriknak does a burst and then has to get out.
There's going to be a potential tower dive here, but can they even tower dive with Alistair putting in all that CC?
Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I feel like they're having a hard time capitalizing after Alistair ults like that. After that last fight, if Hayate had come down, perhaps they might have been able to make a fight, but they would have lost the tower. Big Zad ult.
I just caught that.
Yeah, Omen killing the Hayate killed the Omen. Nice. Yeah, Hayate's full health. So the benefit of that is that Omen's not pushing.
Oh, but is Hayate in trouble? Looks like he is. The stuns from the Valheim and the damage from the Valheim with the combination of Kira and Tahimi is just a little bit too much for him to handle. Chris is getting caught out. Is fallen to half health there. Corn.
Yeah, it's going to be a permanent stun combo for a squishy guy like Hayate. He's, for all 4 seconds of his life, he will be stunned thanks to the Tahimi and Valheim combo. And they're just trying to clear up their jungle now, trying to maintain their gold lead. They have a pretty sizable gold lead, and it seems like when you lose your first tower, it's a big fight in the middle perhaps here. Krizik's does land the S2. Yeah. Both
teams, just backing off. They're going to play it really safe. Both teams not really wanting to push the advance too much. Hold on, as you know, now we have the big team fight. Teamy goes in, Kira, Hayate forced to pop the ult just to get out of there. Krizik's gonna pop his S2, pulls no one, and now that is gonna leave red team in a bad position. Alistair pops the ult on the Zada. Zada does end up falling, and now red team is forced to back out.
Yeah, they had to get Hayate out of there. That is really too bad. He had to ultimate out of there. You usually want to see Hayate ulting, and when you have to use that ult defensively, you're using a lot of damage potential, which is what the red team really needs to be able to finish this. Because Slayer at 9 minutes, that's huge. Yeah, that's a very early Slayer, but they're just very dominant right now. Blue team
immediately
making short work. Yeah, no time wasted.
All right, now we have a tower dive here. They are going to take the tower. Can they take the second? We are about to find out. Krizik's with the S2 manages to pull in the Alistair. Alistair is taking heavy hits. He is now forced to back out. He is no longer in range to pop his ult. Now Omen is coming in from the side here. Can he do anything? No, Krizik's coming in for the support for his team, doing exactly what he needs to do. Now we have Ryoma chasing Valheim. Valheim is forced to flicker out. Omen caught out in the middle. Ryoma doing so much damage. Now Golf with the Kriknak taking hits, but doing as much damage in return.
Yeah, you'll see at the start of that fight, Hayate was able to ult offensively, able to take out the opponents very quickly, and then Hayate roamed to the mid, cleared out the dragon, and then joined the fight. So anytime Hayate is able to be offensive, use that ultimate offensively, that's what they need. That's all red team really needs to do. They need Hayate in these fights doing that damage, and you see the benefits of that. Every team fight Hayate is there. They're doing better in. So early game, they didn't have I think they had Hayate in the Slayer lane, so not as active in team fights. I feel as though once they're rallying a little more behind that Hayate, as Hayate starts getting more items and gets more powerful, I feel like that's how red team do it for Sea Bunny is going to come around and win this. Oh, this will be a good Krizik's landing that. Team is going to have to use the ultimate.
Pop the ult.
Now here you go. You wait until it cools off, and then you kill him. Do you see how you play around that?
I saw that.
So well done.
And now, Okay, Krizik does end up falling to Alistair. Kira going in on Cricknack. Will Cricknack make it out alive? Oh, Alistair with the crazy ult to save Kira as an attempt, but he does end up falling to it himself. And now Hayate taking heavy hits. Teamy is going to chase Hayate. We do have the shutdown from Valheim on Ryoma. And
that's huge. Look at Hayate making it out. I was watching Hayate pretty much that entire engagement. Really, really good play. Ends up living, which is huge. That's all Hayate needs to do as a marksman. That's pretty much your job. You live. That's essentially it. If you're alive, you're going to be doing damage. When you're dead, you're not. So staying alive was really big, but ulting offensively, using the shuriken skills there to deal a lot of damage. That's what Hayate needs to be doing.
Coming in from Cricknack.
Yeah, getting the Valheim. That can be tricky because Valheim stuns and he has his ultimate, gives him that move speed and does a lot of damage. So good job on Cricknack getting the Valheim. Now that Valheim is dead, how will Red Team capitalize on this? They don't have a mid
20 seconds
lane.
Right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lane, minions in mid, so it looks like they might be actually going for Slayer. This is big here. I'm keeping my eye on the Hayate.
Going in straight onto the backline. Can she make it out? Zada pops the ultimate. Oh, Kira taking heavy hits. The ult from Teamy doesn't manage to get him up in just in enough time, but unfortunately Chris manages to pull them back in. Cricknack going in with the chase, and now Chris is going in for the pull. It doesn't even matter because Cricknack just does too much damage and it manages to take him out there. There's going to be a tower for Do It for Sea Bunny. They are now pushing in on the high ground. Will they be able to take it? We do have Krizik going in, pushing Valheim off the tower. We do have Omen now going in on the backline. Can he do much of anything? No. Hayate pops the ultimate, manages to take down whatever is left of Dummy.
That was a really good Krizik S2, the circle that draws in the enemies and gives his team a shield at that first mid tower. That was a clutch play, and that was what, in my opinion, allowed them to finish and go as deep as they did. Now that fight, you see Hayate backed out because the opponents were really going deep for her. So she kind of baited them, the Hayate. I call it a she because the name's Amy Q, but it is Hayate is a boy. And he was able to make it out there. And yeah, really good fights here by Red. They've kind of understood what they need to do to win early on. Maybe not the best map positioning, but now these fights are going their way. They're getting that map presence. They're getting the objectives. They don't quite have the gold lead yet. They're still behind on gold, but they're doing what they can to catch up. It's still a game. Could go either way.
Both teams playing it very well, though.
Yeah, yeah. The Krizik skills coming in really clutch. He's helping Cricknack do what he needs to do. Like I was saying, Cricknack can go in and delete Alistair. That's what needs to happen. Here we go, big fight.
Oh, wait, hold on. Fubuki kind of caught out in the middle. Does end up falling. They are now without their support. How will they manage this? Blue team is going to take this time to take out the Drake. So a little bit of a wasted Drake, it looks like. Kira, is she going to take out the Drake? Who knows?
Well, Red Team has vision of that. They know that Kira is up top, meaning that they can collapse. No, Red Team kind of bases out and says we need to go back and defend this tower.
All right, so they are going to get the tower up and top, and it's going to be a push here, maybe? Okay, no, wait. Looks like they actually want the Ryoma, who's kind of stranded right now. Korn hiding in the bush. Kira goes in. Kira doing tons of damage.
Wow.
Ooh, and Ryoma.
That is huge. Yeah, Kira 737. She has the most gold in the game right now. And you really see that showing there. Now, Red Team has the advantage that they've taken out the middle tower. So their lane's going to slow push out. And they don't have to be worried as much as Blue pushing that lane if they were to split and go other areas. So Red Team has a bit of an advantage here that they can go take other lanes or objectives. So we'll see how they end up playing that out. They do always have to watch out for Omen, of course. He's a very dangerous side laner and split pusher.
We have a potential fight here in the mid lane.
Ooh, the Krizik's flicker.
Flickers in. Alistair, great stun there, keeping all of Red Team from diving his team.
Yeah. Oh, look at them all in that bush. You know, somebody probably pinged in the game. Let's set up an ambush. One of those call-outs. That's what I'm picturing every time I see that. Oh, a big fight in the middle, diving on the Omen.
In the mid.
Look at that
Oh,
shield.
Hayate pops the ult, absolutely melting.
Yeah.
Hayate with that true damage can clean up shields very quickly.
That's crazy. You'd build a rock shield against Hayate. It helps in fights when Hayate is not there, but when Hayate is there, it's like the shield does nothing. So
Our red team going
tricky.
for a Slayer here. Will
Slayer.
they get it?
Kira,
They don't have vision on it
yeah.
right now. They do end up taking it. Oh, now we have a big team fight in the middle. Kha'Zix is going to pop the S2. Does he manage to pull anyone? No, he gets stunned by the Alistar. We now have Kira doing in some great damage. We have Valheim from the range support. Hold on, both teams backing off. Zada actually going in. Alistar pops the ult on Zada. Zada manages to do something. No, Hayate pops the ult. Alistar does end up falling and is looking very bad for blue team right now. Can Kira manage to get it? No, wait, Valheim. Valheim might be able to clutch this. Can he? Can Valheim clutch this?
Oh, it's
Oh
close.
my goodness. Cricknack
Wow.
barely making it out of there. He is forced to pop the Drake.
I was wondering why I was out of breath because you were doing all the talking. It's because I was holding my breath for that fight. That was a wild fight. That was such a good fight. Oh man, yeah, Valheim almost turned it around. You saw that was initiated by the Kira going in on the Ryoma, and Alistar landed an ult. Alistar ulted twice in that fight. Like, what is the cooldown on that character's ultimate? It seems way too low. I can't believe
so
he ulted.
Low. What is he?
Yeah. He's not even building cooldown reduction other than Orb of the Magi.
Really. Well, Zappa Hanul has a little.
Does it? Okay. I mean, still, it's like 2 items with 10% cooldown reduction. Like, how? Does he ulting twice enough in the same fight? That's wild. So, but red team played that really well. After the ult happened, they dove in. The frog didn't die first. Oh, this is a big pickup here.
Oh, poor Omen getting caught out in the middle. All the true damage coming in from the Hayate. That rock shield is going to do absolutely nothing for him, especially with the Hayate there.
Yeah, rock shield, interesting choice. I mean, it's really hard. I mean, what do you do as a tank against Hayate? And that's why Hayate is so powerful. You just have to hope Hayate is not the one hitting you when you're popping your rock shield. All right, now red team has all the map presence that they need. They're still quite a bit behind on gold though, but they have the map presence. They're going to be able to catch up on the gold. They have that inside mid tower taken. That's good news for them.
It's huge.
Yeah, that Valheim is.
A tower.
Yeah, Valheim's popping off this game.
All right, both teams just kind of playing it patiently. We're waiting for the Abyssal Dragon to come up. It is going to be an enraged Abyssal Dragon.
It's angry, yeah. And when you kill the angry one, it drops a buff.
All right,
That's pretty powerful.
Hayate.
Yeah, Hayate took it.
Team Me needs to get out of there. He does pop the flicker. Forced to get out of there.
Yeah.
Are they going to go for a Slayer take as well? This might be a fight for a Slayer or a fight in mid.
They want it. They're scouting the jungle. They're trying to see what's going on there. Now, Kha'Zix's ultimate gives vision of one random enemy opponent anywhere on the map, which is really strong. This is a huge fight here.
Hold on, both teams backing off. You know what? I know why red team's backing off. They've used their abilities on the Slayer. They are forced to back off. Oh, going into a big team fight without abilities is kind of rough. Also, blue team doesn't really know when their abilities go off on cooldown, or at least red teams. All they know is they just took Abyssal Dragon. So they're playing a little
they're starting
bit cautious
Slayer
right now.
Look at, they're all clumped up. They want the frog to give them all a shield. So they got to watch out for Kira running through the walls like that. It's pretty scary. It's the stuff of nightmares.
Oh, wait, hold on. Blue team now going for the Slayer here. Will they take it?
Red team knows, yeah. Frog gives the vision.
Oh, Alistar with the great stun. Blue team is gonna take this the Slayer, and now red team is going in. Zada pops the ultimate. Now Kha'Zix is gonna pull both Teamy and Kira in, I believe. And now Alistar pops his ultimate. Hayate going in on Alistar. Alistar is forcing off the Arctic Orb. Omen caught out in the middle. He's not gonna be able to survive this. And now Alistar does end up falling.
Wow, that Teamy ult almost turned it around. Really good ult by Teamy. It's not enough though.
Team Ace.
Yeah, Zada was.
That is gonna be GG.
Yeah. Okay. Who
Do
did
it
the
for
most damage,
Diva.
guys? Chat. Let me know. Who do you think did the most damage for either team? This is the question for this game. Not MVP. No. Who did the most damage? And I moved off the screen because it'll tell you who did the most damage. So we had a lot of heavy hitters on the blue team. We had Kira doing a lot. We had Valheim just popped off, went crazy. But we had Alistair doing magic damage. Who do you think did the most between those guys? And then on the red team, the team that won, we had Kriknak doing a lot of burst. We had Zada with those clean ultimates. We had Hayate just doing true damage on everybody. So if I had to guess, okay, I don't know which icon tells us who did the most damage. But let me turn it back here. Let's see what chat thinks did the most damage. I think on the blue team that Valheim did the most damage. And on the red team, I think that, I don't know. Not Hayate. No, Zada did the most damage. Who are your guesses? Tempest. Did you cheat? Did you look?
I'm sorry, I already looked. I can't say.
Oh no, you already spoiled yourself. It was Kira. Oh my goodness. Wow. They all did so much damage. What about red team? It was Zada. Yeah. So Zada had really good ultimates, but Zada also spreads a lot of damage. Yeah, chat's all over. It's hard to know, right, chat? We got a lot of people guessing Hayate. I would have thought, the reason I thought Hayate not as much was because a large part of the early game Hayate was not in fights. But Hayate was hitting the Omen. You're right, bro. Hayate, free hit on Omen. That's true. That's true, Ligma. I thought Val did more damage because he was in a lot of fights, but you know, Kira did a lot too. Kira runs through walls. She's very bursty. Valheim is not known as a bursty guy.
If we have to give props, I'd say we also have to like give serious props to that Alistair. Just like the positioning of his abilities, keeping Do It For C Bunny off of a dummy for a long time was so crucial for a lot of his team fights. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. His team did end up losing. But yeah, I'd say a huge shout out to their Alistair.
Yeah, Alistair did a lot. And then, yeah, on the red team, of course, Kriknak got a lot of kills and did really good. I was really impressed with how Amy Q was able to live in a lot of those fights, but I would have given it to the Zada. There are a couple fights there where the ultimates were really clutch, but also the abilities that the Zada was doing. And then I didn't realize they did the most damage in the whole game, but the Zada did. So that was really good. The frog was... Krizix was like a sacrificial lamb. He was very aggressive, and it's like he either died right away or he didn't die and just did a lot of CC, but he gave a lot of invisibility to his team. He actually was a large reason that Kriknak was able to get as many kills as Kriknak was. And I think Kriknak got a lot of kills too because the blue team was trying to focus the Hayate. It's hard. Yeah, wow. Fantastic game. So Do It For C Bunny got the first win. So I don't know who C Bunny is, but they're doing it for you. C Bunny, if you're watching right now, they're doing it for you. They got that first win. They're trying to get that prize money, bringing it back. All right, we got the invite. I'm excited. Tempest, I have a bit of a tradition now. After these games on Saturdays, I go,
all right,
and I have a burrito.
Okay, nice.
There's a burrito store right by my house, and so I don't have to make anything, and it's healthy, and I eat the burrito, and I just think back on what a wonderful stream I had and how great it was to hang out with everybody. So it's been a real pleasure having you co-cast whenever you're able to make it. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate you being here. And
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And I appreciate all you viewers as well. We wouldn't have a tournament without the players. Right, we could have a tournament and with no viewers, we'd be lonely, but we could do it. So big shout out to the players for actually coming out and giving us these entertaining matches, and big shout outs to the viewers as well. So we're not alone. So we're creating this content you guys can enjoy, you guys can watch, you can learn. It's a fun time. Hopefully you guys are having a good Saturday. So Tempest, you said you wanted a cutting board and a knife. Is that right?
Yeah.
What do you like to cook?
Oh man. Well, I'm Filipino, so I cook a lot of Filipino food. I also cook a lot of Asian food.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a. I mean, in terms of Filipino food, I make a lot of adobo, tapa, caldereta.
Okay.
A lot of stewed dishes that need just like rough knife work, but it's always nice to have a brand new sharp knife, you know?
Yeah.
Don't have to work nearly as hard.
What's the Filipino dish that is, it's like just noodles and...
Oh, it's pancit, probably.
Yeah, pancit. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I know that one. I have some Filipino friends. So I stayed at my one friend's house. He's Filipino, and Winston, by the way, shout outs to Winston, who's probably not watching, but if he ever is, shout outs. Yeah, so his family has the rice cooker on all the time. So there's always
all
rice.
The time. It's always on.
It's always on. You always open it up and there's rice. So like breakfast, It was pancakes and rice. And I was like, whoa, okay. Or like sausage and rice and eggs and rice, like for breakfast. But like pancakes and rice, I'm like, that's interesting. So there's that. And then what else? Yeah, rice was for lunch. We had pancit for dinner. Is pancit like a normal food, or is it like for celebration?
It's super normal. I'd say pancit is it's like people consider the national dish of the Philippines. Adobo is also considered the national dish of the Philippines. I'd say it's pretty common. Each family does it differently, though. I would say there's variations.
Okay, so it's like pizza in North America. It's like our typical thing.
I guess, yeah, you could do it like that. I guess you could say it's kind of like that.
Okay, I'm looking up adobo, and it's the immersion of raw food in a stock composed. So it's like a spice. Is adobo a spice?
It's a spice blend, but it's also the name of a dish.
Okay.
Yes. Balabok is it's okay. It's different from pancit. It has a different sauce. I can't remember exactly what the sauce is because I don't personally make it. But it's good. It's like it has shrimp. You crush chicharron on top of it.
Interesting.
It goes good with lemon.
Pancit, yeah, that's the one I've had, pancit, but it makes me gassy. I guess it's pretty greasy. I guess it depends who cooks it, right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it can depend. I mean, like, I feel like my pancit isn't too greasy. Like, you just take chorizo, you chop it nice and thin, you fry it in the pan, you have the noodles on the side or something.
Yeah.
There's carrots, onions, salt, pepper, the usual stuff, the usuals. Mine's not too special.
Team's turn to ban.
Alright, but anyway, we're getting into this game now.
That's right. We're here. So ban picks, by the way, who cannot be chosen? Well, we saw the blue team last game, team Do It For Sea Bunny. They chose Hayate, Ryoma, Zada, Kriknak, and Krizik. So we won't be seeing them. Will we see Hayate banned? Do they want their opponents getting Hayate? Hayate's on a winning streak, I believe. Yeah, he won last game. He won the other game. So we see they cannot choose Valheim on the red team. They cannot choose Valheim, Alistair, Kira, Omen, and Teamy. Teamy being like the key one. We've seen a bunch of Teamy in games. We could actually see the blue team go for Teamy or Lumber. I'm pretty sure we'll see a Lumber this game. I have a feeling. I could be wrong, but in my heart, I feel like we could see a Lumber just because he's so strong. In the earlier games, we kept seeing him.
Okay, interesting bans. We do have a Florentino hover ban. Okay, no. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, last game Dummy banned Florentino and Lorien.
Hey, we are gonna see the Lorien ban from coming in. What's her name? Dummy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for the follow, James AoV. I see you. And we also see Timu Gohul with a follow. Thank you as well. Sorry for the late appreciation, but thank you. So they cannot choose Hayate because he's banned, obviously. Are they going to go for Florentino early because their opponents banned their Florentino last game? Richter is also open.
We also don't have Zip. Zip didn't get banned either.
Ooh, Zip. That's true. Zip slipping through the banning phase. We might see Zip. Zip's very good against Alistair, and their opponents cannot choose Alistair. So Zip might not be as strong of a pick, but Zip's just good, like really good in general. Zip and Caffany, though, nah, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Lumber and Caffany, though, ooh, boy. Might see Lumber. If we see Zip, it's probably going to be the red team choosing Zip, if I had to guess. So here's the thing about your first pick. You want to choose a strong hero, yes, but with your first pick, that also allows the opponents to try to counterpick you as well, right? So it's hard to say. Can blue team choose Omen? Yes, they can. Okay, so that's the thing. Like, so if you choose Zip or a non-roaming type of support, because Zip doesn't really roam as much. I don't know. Zip can do it all. What am I saying? Zip can do everything. I'm talking from my solo queue experience, but yeah, we do see blue going for Omen. I feel like Omen's just a safe pick. Yeah, so who you choose early on, of course you want to choose strong heroes, but your opponents can try to counteract those. So Omen's pretty good against Tulin. Tulin likes to teleport around and just be sneaky, but Omen can stop that now. Omen in team fights, it's hard to choose who you're going to ult because there's so many people in a team fight. Omen's not really a team fighter. Omen's the type of guy who prevents split pushes and all that. We might see the Florentino, which the red team banned last game. Maybe there's some sneaky Florentino stuff going to happen, but no, it looks like it's going to be Omen. And Raz. Chat wanted Raz earlier.
Remember,
we saw Raz banned.
Yeah, Raz banned in the previous game, so this will definitely be interesting to tool it into Raz. That is so interesting. And there we go. We might be seeing a Zip here.
Yeah.
We do see a Zip.
Yeah, Zip and then a teamy ban. Yeah, so Zip being on the red team makes a little more sense because Zip not as much seen with Caffany. So the Zip pick is pretty scary for the blue team because Zip doesn't have any direct counters really. You just want to choose characters that he's not good against. So you don't want to choose Aram, for example, into a Zip. You don't want to choose Alistair into a Zip. So yeah, red team doesn't have to ban Alistair right now because, well, they chose Zip. So they know the blue team's not going to choose those heroes. So that's kind of the benefit of a Zip pick, is it kind of gives you additional bans in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
And I wonder how the blue team will counteract the Zip. So Malok is actually pretty good against Zip, but of course they already have Omen, but they need to choose somebody as a support. Blue team needs a support. So the reason why Malok is good against Zip is because Malok can dive the back line anyways, and Malok hits through the shield. So Zip is annoying because one, it can suck up all of your opponent's team and then get your opponents out of there so you don't have anybody to attack. So he can save people, but Zip is also annoying because he gives his team shields, like for free pretty much. Past the mid game, it's free. Like Zip has so much mana.
Even if you don't suck him in, still give him a shield, right?
Yeah, the gentle suckle. You just press the S2, and then they have shields, and you don't have to eat them entirely. So that's annoying. Malok doesn't care about that at all. Lumber goes well with Caffany. You have to think about who goes well with your team, though. You don't just want to look at and like, who counters Zip, because yeah, Malok's pretty good against Zip, but does it work well with your team? So Malok and Caffany, it's a good dive, but Malok has no peel, and so you're probably going to want to peel off of Caffany, somebody that can peel. So Superman makes a lot of sense. Now the difficult thing with Superman is Zip has stuns with his S1. You have Laville with the ultimate that can stun. You have Richter with knockup. So it's going to be pretty tough. I'd be surprised to see Superman. but we could still see it. Chat is saying Enzo support. We might see Enzo or Florentino support. Florentino is actually a good choice here. Yeah, Florentino would be really good support. Yeah, good.
Red team's turn to pick.
Good
I'm
point.
excited.
Yeah.
These are exciting.
Florentino
comps.
support, not a common support. It's a very niche pick, and you choose it against certain things, so this is pretty strong. Oh yeah, Ada is good against Zip. That's right, Dark mentioned. Yeah, Ada's really good against Zip. Though Ada is not good against Tulin. Yeah, or Richter. So yeah, you could see Ada against Zip, and Laville would be good against that. But we see Florentino instead. So the interesting thing about Florentino is he's very oppressive, but he can be collapsed on. Like, he can take a lot of damage and die. So he needs to be careful about being poked out from Laville. Yeah, he can be poked. If he can't engage safely, it's going to be tough for him. We see the Volcath hover. So that's the new Volcath skin. That's big in blue.
We are going to see the Volcath lock.
Yeah, so Volcath is likely going to be the jungler. Yeah, Volcath in the jungle. Yeah, so they're worried. Both teams have a lot of threats. So the threats on the red team are going to be the Laville and the Zip. Well, the Zip in general can help his whole team survive. It's going to be annoying. The blue team, though, very interesting composition. The Florentino support is very skill-based. You can't just you can't just press a button and stun people like you can with, say, Zip's S1. Or Lumber has his dash and can go through walls and all that. Florentino doesn't have that same type of mobility outside of combat. Florentino's a duelist, if you guys don't know. He throws down flowers, and he makes people get knocked up and deals true damage and all that, but he's a duelist. And he's a ladies' man. And so we see him here with that bombshell Wonder Woman and Caphany as well. So he'll be doing his best to keep them safe. Wonder Woman's a great initiator, as is Omen. So who do you feel like came out on top in this draft here? Tempest.
Man. It's tough to because Dummy has a really good shot coming in with a Zip. Zip just an oppressive support that he is. He is also able to control wave management really well. But I'd say that if the Florentino support can do incredible things, and wait, hold on, he got the level up rune. He's starting level 2 on this game. That's
really wow. Let's keep an eye on that guy. He's going for the jungle invade. He has no team with him though. They're all in the mid lane. Yeah, I think he wants Laville to come.
He's already going to be with the S1 and the S2. He's going to be able to do a ton of things with that.
This is a spicy play. There it is. Yeah, they're going to get this blue buff very quickly.
Oh, an early blue buff take. Wow.
Tulin tried to snipe it, not quite able to. They're just invading this jungle so hard with this Florentino level 2 support. That's very interesting. I haven't seen anything like this.
Okay, he does manage to get the flower. Can't do much. It's a Zip. Zip very tanky, even at level 1. But, both teams don't really have items at the moment, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how much this affects them. Like, he did go with the level 2, but will it really affect them all that much late game? Because remember, if you get the level 2, you do get a decreased gold and EXP throughout the game.
Right, yeah, so you have to turn that early lead into something, and so by getting the blue and that jungle minion there, it's going to pay dividends for them throughout the course of the game. Hopefully, if their jungler is able to capitalize on that advantage, they're able to give their jungler. So that's what we'll have to see. Now, Volcath has to back up. Now, Volcath you don't see him very often. I'm interested by this choice of Volcath, to be honest. We'll have to see what he does. He'll be hard to kill for sure if Zip's able to suck him up when he's low. Zip resetting those mid lane minions, wasting Raz's time. That's going to be annoying for Raz. Raz has a hard enough life trying to clear that mid lane.
The slow wave clear too.
Yeah, so it's going to take him even longer when Zip's just resetting that wave clear. Red team wants that dragon. They're set up for it. What is blue team doing to compensate? Same thing happened last team with Do It for Sea Bunny. I was so intrigued. They just gave up their bottom tower and the dragon last game. This time only the dragon, but they're being more aggressive up top. We see Florentino in that bush. Wow, the support. He's playing like Richter, where you hide in a bush and you wait for people and then you jump them. It's very interesting. You don't usually see this. We see a Laville alt just flying by, saying hello. Just adds to the scenery.
Alright, and another invade coming here. They do get a jungle creep. Will they get the red buff though? Who knows? They are gonna try for it. Zip gonna save the
Zip's able to save it, yep.
Oh, but hold on, Florentino going in. Richter forced to dash out. Now we have Volcath coming in for the support. Never mind. He's just gonna back out. He's gonna clear his jungle. He's like, thanks guys, you guys kept the jungle safe. I'm gonna now take it.
Yeah, Richter's gonna be an anchor for Team Dummy. Richter's just such a strong character, and against this oppressive blue composition with this aggressive Florentino support, character like Richter who's able to roam and able to have damage immunity is really going to help them.
Oh, Florentino going in on this Cafney. Cafney gets oh, not Cafney, sorry, Laville. Laville gets knocked
wow,
up,
yeah, the 3-on-1
goes to Fubuki.
Yeah, that's big, the 3-on-1 there. Now the Volcath is going to be a little difficult. Oh, here we go. Zip saving the team, running out there, able to save the tool and
wait, hold on. Richter goes back in. He pops the S2. He's gonna end up fall. No, hold on. Zip with the clutch. Manages to put the shield on him and manages to get him out. Cafney now falling to the Volcath. Volcath manages to get a clean double kill.
Yeah, Richter and Zip. Just Zip in general with characters that are hard to kill, such as Richter, such as Volcath. I feel like that's why they chose the Volcath jungle, to be honest. He's not super common right now, and he doesn't really counter anything specifically on the opponent's team, but it's just with Zip, that's spicy. So we're seeing a lot of interesting things this game, especially with the Florentino support with the level 2 enchantment. Not very common. It's my first time seeing it. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, in this tournament, really, yeah.
Yeah, ever for me. I've never seen it in my entire life.
You've never seen anyone use it?
Yeah,
I mean, I've used it on Baldwin before.
Oh no, I mean as support. I've never seen it like Florentino support level 2. I've seen Batman support level 2. Yeah. Spirit Sentinel. Oh, is it gonna Zip tried to suck it up?
Oh, Florentino, wait, hold on. He's pretty low. Can he make it out? He does pop the flicker. Raz caught out in a little bit in the middle. Wonder Woman coming in for some extended support, and now Zip supporting his Omen, getting him out of there.
Yeah, there's that Omen alt on the Tulin. That's what I was talking about. If you're able to get Tulin in Ultimate, I feel like that was why Omen was chosen. One of the reasons, of course, you saw the Tulin pick before the Omen. You got to think, who should I have on my team against this Tulin? Well, Omen's a great choice, as you saw right there. Tulin can't teleport away.
Uh-oh, Laville might need to get out of here. He does get slowed by the Raz. He does pop the flicker, and Raz flickered in, pulling him back into the team with the ultimate. Now we have Florentino going in on the Volcath. Volcath is doing heavy hits. Florentino not looking like he can survive this. He does end up falling to the Richter ultimate right there. Volcath in horse form right now.
Yeah, he wanted to dive there. He had his eyes set on it. He was riding his horse. And if you don't know Volcath's ultimate, he hops on a horse and he gets immunity. It's like a focus sash. He'll live at 0 health. Zip saving the squad, giving them some shields, making sure they get out. There you go. But yeah, Volcath really wanted to dive there, but he wasn't able to. It was a little risky. They just got to play it safe here. They don't need to do anything crazy. They have a slight lead already. They're about to further that with this dragon pickup, so they don't need to be diving towers too crazily yet.
Okay, we do have... okay, so dude for Sea Bunny clearing the mid wave. And now we have Dummy coming here. There's not too much happening. The Abyssal Dragon just ended up falling.
Top tower went down. That's pretty big. So Richter versus Omen. I mean, Richter can out roam, but Richter can't really stop Omen from killing the tower. He has to kill the wave, but couldn't do it fast enough there. We might see a big fight in the middle. Oh yeah, Florentino initiates, goes in onto the Tulin. Laville alt, big alt on the Raz. Raz is stunned for like 10 minutes, it seems like. Volcath uses alt, comes running in on his horse, getting on some damage. He won't be able to tower dive. He will not be able to tower dive. Meaning during this whole fight, Cafney able to get that bottom tower too. That's 2 towers for Do It for Sea Bunny. They're looking very well here in terms of objectives. Getting those towers. They haven't gotten the dragons. So they're a little bit behind on gold, but getting those towers is really big. Gives you increased map vision that your opponents don't have, and your minions can push out along that top lane or that bottom lane, giving you even more vision.
Potential tower dive here on Corn up in top lane. Richter going in, pops the S2. Hold on, Fubuki coming in for the support and gets a clean kill on the Volcath. Caffney popping her ult, and now we have Tulin super low. Florentino manages to clean it up, and now that was a great team fight for red team there.
Good for red team. I feel like it was equal. I think like they both. I feel like overall,
I feel like it put them ahead in goal. That's why I said it.
Oh, the red team? Okay, yeah, sure. I didn't notice that part. Yeah, that's a good. That is good for them. Able to get ahead in gold. That's big.
All right, now we do have another dragon up on the field. The rotations are looking like we might have either a fight in bottom then dragon or a fight for the dragon.
Yeah, the jungle is up for the red team.
Okay.
But they're having a fight down by the dragon. Florentino goes in. Yeah, he's eager.
Hold on. Okay, Richter poking out the back line there. Leveal coming in for the range support. Florentino, are they going to come in from the side here? No, they are going to back out. He is going to start the Abyssal Dragon instead.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. We also have Omen in the top jungle, taking away a little bit of it. Blue team getting that dragon back gives them that gold that they wanted to be able to catch up. And we see Caffney just finished her item, the Devil's Handshake.
Okay, Zip giving people some shields here. Just some nice pokes coming in from both teams here. Leveal uses the ult, gets the stun on the Raz there. Oh, hold on. We have Falcat going in, and now we have Richter caught out in the middle. Wonder Woman going in on the backline. Leveal unable to keep up as now Tulin is now falling. Caffney gets the clean. Great trade coming in for Amy Q as he trades Tulin for her Wonder Woman. That will let her get the triple kill and push in on the mid tower here.
Yeah, it's a big fight there that they ended up winning, and the Florentino and the Raz both had hardly any health, but they were able to make it out. And you see Caffney very good at taking towers and objectives. Yeah, she won't be able to get this third one. She might, but it's going to be risky because Volcath has his ultimate. Oh, he didn't even get to use it because Raz deleted him so fast. That was amazing. Well played, Raz. That was so quick.
Incredible.
Yeah, so Volcath, he rides his horse in and he has to activate, he has to press his ultimate again, and he has to be off of his horse. If he's on his horse and dies, he will not get the invincibility. So he wasn't able to there. I mean, and so do it for Seabunny able to just go and get the Slayer. After that fight, they got a bunch of mid towers, got the kill on the Volcath. Volcath is very sad about that. The burst on the Raz played very well.
Florentino going in on Tulin here. Zip. No, not. Oh no, it was Tulin and Leveal. And hold on, look at the support. Florentino going in doing damage.
That was huge.
He does end up falling. Oh wait, no, he doesn't end up falling. It was it was Fubuki, the Raz, who ends up falling. And now we have a big push happening here in mid. Richter is gonna try to get the enemy team off of his tower, off of his core. Volcath currently invulnerable at the moment. Golf getting the kill. Amy Q getting the kill on Volcath as soon as the invulnerability wears off.
Yeah, they had Slayer in that whole fight as well, making their minions stronger, dealing damage to the opponents. This is really tough for Dummy here. Richter's looking like going in, doing what he can.
But teams get coming back up. Amy Q manages to get a kill on the Richter Cantool and make it out alive. Oh my goodness, Amy Q is doing so much damage and to both the team and the core, and that is gonna be it. Do it for Seabunny over Team Dummy for this game.
Yeah, that was
2-0.
Tulin almost got that kill at the end. He used his ult. Oh, it was tough. It was too late for them. Now, that was very difficult for the red team. I feel as though what was so difficult for them was that Florentino support being up in their face from the very beginning. Like, Volcath had no jungle. Like, what was his gold at? Like, he did not have anywhere near what he needed, and LaVille had a very tough game as well because Zip was so busy trying to save everybody and couldn't also save the LaVille, especially when Florentino's there. That's so oppressive. Yeah, very, very crazy. Who stood out to you besides, of course, Florentino was phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely the star of that show. But I would say for Buki, getting that kill on Volcath before Volcath could even go invulnerable there was actually insane.
Oh yeah, the Raz. What's the damage dealt here for the team? Yeah, most damage dealt by Raz. That's who I would have thought. His fireball pokes. Remember early on he used that flicker under the tower to pull out the enemy. I don't know who it was that died. I think it was LaVille, but it was clean. It was really good. Very well played by the Raz. The whole team really. So Do It For Seabunny takes 2 games. They win both of their matches today, getting 3 points. So 4 Conqueror teams played today. 2 Conqueror teams won both of their matches. So it wasn't even a 1-1 split. But that first series against Eclipse and Destroyers was a very close game. Big comeback. No. Oh.
I didn't get that.
No.
Did you try again?
We have Siri being a goof, trying to ask me questions. Zip is not good against Omen. Yeah, so Omen is able to split push really well, which Zip doesn't really have an answer to. Though Zip is able to suck up people out of Omen's ult. And if Omen ever ults Zip, Zip just bounces around in there. So Ligma, maybe you have a lot of insight though. So what are some reasons that you would say that Zip is not good against Omen? You've played that matchup a lot more than I have. Well, Tempest, we are done our tournament games for today.
Yup.
Yeah.
That was fun. I'm sorry, but I'm just a bit tired after all that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Man.
This is a lot of talking, a lot of hard work. I have to go eat a burrito, guys. I have a burrito waiting for me. It's almost 4 p.m. It's usually when I end the stream. My stomach is rumbling and I am hungry.
Almost dinner time for me. It's almost 6 o'clock here in the East Coast. So
it's pretty late. DK Ligma says Omen just alt Zip, then GG. But Zip can alt in Omen's alt though, Ligma. And then when he does that, I've had that happen and it's hilarious. You just bounce around. You're a bowling ball. Just a rubber ball actually, and you're knocking Omen up, or you're knocking everybody up. Like Omen can't do anything. But if Zip doesn't have ult, then yeah, that sucks for Zip. You're dead. You're gone. But what is Alistair's alt cooldown? It's something wildly low.
all right, I think I'm gonna head out now, Peter.
Okay.
Great casting with you today, and anyone who is watching the stream, feel free to follow to keep up to date. Also, if you are in the pool party Discord or Anihi's Discord, all the updates for the tournament will be there.
Yes. Why don't you post your Twitch in the comments so people can go check out your Twitch stream as well?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna let me self promo? I'm down.
Of course, yeah. I appreciate all the help. Thank you so much.
All right, if you guys want to watch, if you guys want to follow me, I'm gonna put my link in the description.
Do you do any cooking streams?
This is. I used to. Right now, I just don't have the equipment to do it at the moment. I don't have good lighting in my current kitchen. But here.